Ladies and gentlemen, I am here in beautiful sunny Virginia Beach, Virginia, here for our Monsters on the Beach track talk for the event taking place on Saturday. Our drivers qualified yesterday, with the fastest qualifier being Ice Cream Man, and this is a very special event. This will be the first event that I personally drive in, so I'm super excited for you guys to see that when the video drops at some point next week. But first, we're going to obviously discuss the track. A very interesting, unique racing style. We'll show you some footage of that later, but here we are with a great track. The freestyle track is set up amazingly here. It's meant to be challenging, but for racing, it is more of a custom style here with a bunch of setup car jumps here with our pit party setup. But with a little more about the track, it's a watered down sand track here in beautiful Virginia Beach, Virginia. You can see the ocean behind me and the beautiful city. But for our sand track, these trucks are a lot more slidey than usual. But you got here the reigning champion, Unchained, I should say. I'm so used to saying Bigfoot. Bringing out his own ride, the Unchained monster truck. Unchained right now, the reigning event champion, looking to carry that momentum here into racing, wheelies, and of course freestyle here on Saturday night. Friday will be the media day coverage. They qualified Unchained, qualified third, but he automatically gets the bye run. The fastest qualifier was Ice Cream Man with a time of 23.604, as now I'll show you our bracket. Our racing bracket for this Saturday is going to shape up with the first race of the night being Wild Thing versus Spike. This second race going to be Outlaw versus Avenger. And you see Unchained with some of the first round buys. Our other first round buys are Wrecking Crew, Big Bug, Terminal Velocity, Kraken, and of course the fastest qualifier, Ice Cream Man. Right now the reigning racing champion is Spike, who won in qualifying, or sorry, Ice Cream Man, my apologies. Ice Cream Man won, of course, during the qualifying bracket here at Monsters on the Beach here in Virginia Beach, Virginia. Another thing to talk about that's going to be crazy is this is one of the only times of year besides the World Finals that our drivers will use the Christmas tree lighting system, which is why we had red lights in practice. The Christmas tree system not used to running with. We're used to running a standard red, yellow, green. But now let's get a little bit off the track, talking onto the truck talk. So you have the Unchained monster truck here competing, making its debut. Wild Thing, which is currently having a tire under maintenance by the looks. Wild Thing will be driven by Criminal, and Unchained will of course be driven by Monster Jam 14 fan, aka Unchained Monster Truck Racing. I'm getting followed around by Noah. Here, Wrecking Crew will be driven by a brand new driver. I unfortunately forgot his name. We'll meet him on the interviews Friday night when we do our media day coverage. But here we are for track talk. Here walking on the inside lane of the racing track. Spike will be driven by Miles. This could be his last show for us, so we wish Miles a great luck on this show. Here, Outlaw is going to be driven by Wheezy, the only Willman running tonight. Outlaw going to have an amazing run, hopefully. And now we make our way over to some of the freestyle pods. Originally a bus jump, but we've actually changed it. Our track crews carved it out. I'm going to walk on top of this step up as we get a look at Ice Cream Man, the truck I will be driving. The first time I'm going to be driving, I'm super excited for you guys to see that. We're going to have Race Monster on commentary for everything we need. I'll be driving Ice Cream Man, and I hope to see you guys there at the show. Potato will be driving Kraken. Potato looked really good in racing, even though not qualifying that good. In practice, he ran a few good passes. Now we got Terminal Velocity. The driver's still TVA for Terminal Velocity, but that pit party set up. Terminal Velocity is going to be a force to be reckoned with. And we make our way to the only dueling section. The beautiful Blue Avenger will either be driven by Danny Boys or a Race Monster, depending on who shows up. And Big Bug, the driver making his debut, Emerson, will be driving the beautiful Big Bug, or should we say Beach Bug, for this weekend here. And now we talk about the track itself. The track is very long. We don't have a very wide track, which is why these racing jumps are in a very straight line. Oh, my apologies. We're still on the bracket screen. That's my bad. That's my bad. Thanks for letting me know. Forgot to change it. Dumb move on my part. Here we are after introducing. We got the Beach Bug and, of course, the Blue Avenger. Beautiful truck. As we said, will either be driven by Danny Boy as a race monster. We got Noah out here. He's going to be one of our officials, one of our track guys out here. Really good at what he does. Now, the racing is going to be obviously in a straight line. But what's interesting is it's not just going to be straight line racing, even though this is the main racing lane with the jumps. The drivers will make a strong J-hook turn when you're here in the right lane. You make a J-hook turn, you'll come up the straightaway. And as we'll notice, you'll end up coming into this outside lane here in an intersection, which poses for some interesting moments in practice. And you'll come down and finish in the other driver's lane. This lane will come up into the inside lane. And that's about all we're going to talk about on the physical appearance of the track. Now let's hear a word from our sponsors. Our first sponsor, from the creator of our chassis, the Monster Truck Thunder Tour, ran by Unchained Monster Truck Racing. Discord link will be in the description of our Monsters on the Beach video and our future videos. Next up on the promotions, July 1st to 3rd, 2022, the second annual Wheeze Jam. Back and all new when worlds collide. Wheeze Jam will be hitting you on July 1st to 3rd, Sam Boyd Stadium. Don't want to miss it. And our newest sponsor, this is more of a promo. This is less of a promo, more of a fundraising type deal. For my good friend Colin, who's unfortunately in a battle with leukemia right now. His fight is our fight. No one fights alone. Hashtag Colin Strong as implemented on our backflip ramp. Use the hashtag Colin Strong when posting about any of the shows here for Monsters on the Beach and future shows. So back to the track. We've obviously talked about the backflip ramp. Now we're going to get a little more in-depth with the freestyle course. This has the most cars on the course out of any track we've had. We've got a bus stack back here behind the backflip ramp, as Noah is kindly pointing out to us. We've got our racing lanes, which will be modified for freestyle. Our center freestyle pods. A big air jump here with a car step up and a smaller step up, along with a jammer over here. Going to make great for the wheelie competition. Smaller step up, car stack. We've got a small car stack over here, which can be used as a bicycle ramp. We've got, it's basically our finish line, this blue ramp, which was, criminal thought of it. Let's just say that. And we've got this jump back here, which is honestly going to make for some interesting moments because some drivers might come around just to hit this jump. And I've seen some drivers go insane distance off of that jump here in previous shows. So on a long track like this, this is going to be an amazing freestyle track. But now that's enough about the track. We will hear from our drivers up next here on the Champions of Destruction Track Talk. Champions of Destruction fans, we're back here on beautiful Virginia Beach, Virginia. You're taking the ride truck for a spin on the track. Just to get a feel for the jumps, we're taking our sponsored Commander Toothpaste ride truck here over one of our step-up jumps. With Fires, the new driver of Terminal Velocity in the back. He's having a grand old time as we can't fit through the gate. But this is a very complex track to drive on, and it'll show during the racing because only the fittest can handle it. As now we take some time to talk about more of our sponsors. Lucas Oil Products, VP Racing Fuels, BKT Tires, great clips. It's going to be great. All of these are great sponsors of our tour, including something I don't have a promo for yet, but Thrifty's Creations, also a huge part of the tour. Here, I just wanted to address our sponsors and quickly talk about the track. We'll follow up with driver interviews next. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with our first driver of the night, Unchained Monster Truck Racing, here driving Unchained. So, Unchained, I do have to ask you a few questions, some related to the track, some not. So, my first question is, how did you come up with the inspiration for this beautiful truck Unchained behind us?
Well, at first I really went through a couple of phases. It all started out on a drawing, and then at first I was ever since I was about 7 years old, I flew RC planes, and I've always had a love for the veterans and to bring back something that represents World War I and World War II to the people that fought. I've met a lot of veterans through the Plane Flying Club, and I've known them most of my life. And my grandfathers, both of them, my great grandfather actually, both all of them fought in World War I and World War II, and um, this is kind of a tribute to both the original veterans. And the name, I didn't come up with. Like I've always been a fan of like old '80s rock. I've always listened to old '80s rock, and then I mean I was listening to Van Halen, and they had a song come on called Unchained. I liked it. It's got a beat to it that just kind of represents kind of the path of destruction. Nothing else is more than a path of destruction. And yet that's kind of what the term unchained means. Just to let loose, to just go unleashed, run, run savagely through whatever to get through something. And yet I'm trying to get through to win that tournament. So I think it really fits the truck well. And I've heard some other name suggestions I had in the book, but I just it's Unchained because it was pretty much the best that I could think of. And the whole story behind the truck is like if you look at it, there's a um, shark mouth on the side, and they used those in World War II inside the plane to choke all the air off the cabin. And well, I mean that's off of like the Spitfire movie. It's supposed to be like a Spitfire that's still being ripped up, kind of below the steel metal with a cotton bar fire kind of out in the field. And that's kind of how it's supposed to be, just to pay tribute to the veterans.
You send a great message with your truck. Now, before I ask you about the track, I have to ask you one more thing. You were the creator of the chassis for this tour. This tour would not be where it is today without you or our guy Thrifty. So I gotta ask, what's it like to create chassis for a tour like this? Do you enjoy it?
I do. You just can sit back and you can actually do real life, and yet this is actually going to help me in real life because I'm a welder and I've been building a company for monster truck chassis and racing chassis of all kinds, going from asphalt, stock oval cars, late models, dirt late models, dirt street stocks, sprint cars, and drag cars all the way around to 4 foot trucks, purpose trucks, daily driven free runs, aka on road legal approach trucks, all the way back to monster trucks. And hopefully, I'm going to sell them, and I'm going to build them or fabricate them, and hopefully, open up a big business. And I want to bring back awesome old vintage race cars that everybody they underestimate so much. Like the Ford F150, those cars from 1964 to 1966. Something back then produced 223 miles per hour speed. If they could do that back then, imagine what they could do now with current day tires, current day engines at modifications, and current day equipment. Imagine what they could do. That's what I want to bring back and do. And yet I want to be able to sell them to the people out to drive on the streets and have fun with.
All right. That's
That's what I want to do.
that's awesome. It's so nice that you found something that you like to enjoy. So now on to the track. You had the most wins in the Bigfoot truck on the Indy Tour last quarter. Right now, you're the defending overall event champion for the Indy Tour. You think you can carry that momentum onto a completely new track? Totally strange. Nothing ever ran like this before on this tour. Do you think you're able to get it done tonight?
I hope so. I haven't missed any jumps. I mean, I've kind of, whenever somebody thinks about like paddock, like drivers go around paddock jumps,
Alright, my next question for racing. My next question for racing on Saturday night. This is one of the few times a year we run the Christmas tree system. How do you think you're going to do with that? You think you're going to red light?
Probably not. I just get a good start in the sprint on red light Saturday. Go down the out there and keep it in the corners and just try to tail whip it around and then let it spin.
Alright, and this is going to be the first scored freestyle competition for the Indy Tour. So how do you think you're going to do with that?
I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. Probably go through some big stuff, maybe some little stuff, and get ready to go home. See if we can finish it out a little unchanged.
Alright, everybody, give it up one last time for Monster Jam 14 fan, driver of Unchained. Alright, fans, I'm here with Fires, the driver of the floating terminal. This is going to be the second time you drive terminal velocity for the... my apologies. Fans, I'm here with Fires, the driver of the floating terminal. This is going to be the first time he drives... the second time he drives terminal on the tour. So, I got to ask you, man, are you nervous coming into this? You know, you normally drive Gravedigger for the Redemption Tour. You're on a PEI now, completely different. This racing track is unique, and you are not good at big, long racing tracks. So how do you think you're going to fare in racing after qualifying 7th out of 10 drivers? And his microphone has died. Earth to Fires. Oh, we... okay, he's back. He's back. So, okay, after that incident, which will probably be in a blooper reel when we have enough bloopers for a blooper reel. My final question is, how many McDonald's have you visited in the past 24 hours? A joke for the Toro G's out there. One last time, give it up for Fires, driver of Terminal Velocity. Alright, fans, now I'm here with the last driver of the stream, here with Potato, the driver of Kraken. Now, Potato, you haven't been on the Indy Tour. Kraken's finally on the Indy Tour. Are you ready for this track? You unfortunately took the 9th place qualifying spot. The 10th place spot is held by the DNF from name not popping in the head. Not gonna do that. Anyways, so my question for you is, how do you think you're gonna do in racing, knowing you qualified 9th, the lowest out of everybody who put up a time? All right, so the racing hope's not high. How do you think you're gonna do freestyle in that track? All right, and my very final question is, what do you think about people who eat French fries? All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you come to the pit party on Saturday for freshly served fries. It's been a pleasure doing the interviews. We're going to end this one off with a great tribute here on the Track Talk live stream. Give it up one last time for Potato, the driver of Kraken. Fans, one last treat for you all. A ride truck that supports our cause. Hashtag Colin Strong in the chat. Spam it. A ride truck supporting one of our most meaningful fundraisers and sponsors that we have. Once again, I just want to thank everybody for joining us on this Track Talk live stream. Good night, everybody,